Remember how we were told that green jobs would save our economy? Well, it looks like the government's promise of green jobs is just another trick to spend more taxpayer dollars. President Obama recently gave a speech in Michigan where he extolled the virtues of Johnson Control Inc., a company that manufactures vehicle batteries. In 2009, Obama pushed the government's trillion-dollar economic stimulus and signed America's Recovery and Reinvestment Act. As part of the government's plan, it provided $2.4 billion in grants to advance vehicle batteries technology. Of that amount, $300 million in grants were awarded to Johnson Control Inc. to manufacture batteries. The White House is quick to brag that 150 jobs were created from that grant to Johnson Controls. But some quick calculations show that each of those 150 jobs cost a whopping $2 million. So much for wanting to tax millionaires. The Obama administration is actually creating millionaires using our taxpayer dollars. President Obama believes government, not the private industry, is what grows the economy. Listen to him proudly take credit for each $2 million green job.
We know what we can achieve. Look at this factory. Look what's happening in Holland, Michigan. Every day, hundreds of people are going to work on the technologies that are helping us to fight our way out of this recession. Every day, you're building high-tech batteries so that we lead the world in manufacturing the best cars and the best trucks. So let's think about it. What made this possible? The most important part is you. Your drive, your work ethic, your ingenuity, your management. But what also made this possible are the actions that we took together as a nation, through our government. The fact that we were willing to invest in the research and the technology that holds so much promise for jobs and growth. The fact that we helped create together the conditions where businesses like this can prosper.
Michigan, like California, has a horrible unemployment rate, around 10.5%. Both states are dominated by liberal policies that subject businesses to heavy taxes and burdensome regulations. Other states, like Texas, where the government has reduced its size and focused on freeing the marketplace from government intervention, are doing far better. They've seen employment rates soar despite national recessions. Coincidence? Absolutely not. Across the country, and just a few days after the president's trip to Michigan, another green company filed bankruptcy. According to the Wall Street Journal, Evergreen Solar Inc., based in Massachusetts, was the darling of the U.S. solar industry. Earlier this year, Evergreen closed its Massachusetts factory, a $450 million facility that opened in 2007 with the support from state and local subsidies and employment of about 800 workers. One of its largest creditors is Mass Development, a state agency, according to the bankruptcy filing. In fact, Massachusetts Governor Deval Patrick offered the company $58 million in financial aid to help them. Back on the West Coast in Seattle, a vaunted green jobs program has produced just 4 jobs, most of them administrative. Last year, Seattle Mayor Mike McGinn and Vice President Biden announced that Seattle would receive $20 million in federal grants to invest in weatherization. The goal was to create 2,000 living wage jobs in Seattle and retrofit 2,000 homes in poorer neighborhoods. But 1 year later, only 3 homes had been retrofitted and they had only created 14 jobs. Which is exactly the problem when it comes to the green industry. Only government jobs grow. The few green jobs that do emerge are heavily subsidized by taxpayers who now have to work even harder to finance them. Taxpayer-funded jobs are not the kind of jobs that grow our economy. And what are green jobs anyway? That term has never really been defined. It can mean an environmental lawyer contracted with the government. After all, it touches the green program. According to data from the Blue-Green Alliance and the Economic Policy Institute, there were 3,586 graduates of green job training programs funded by the Department of Labor as of last September, but only 466 entered new jobs after graduation. Even those promised green jobs by the government can't find work. If we want to turn this economy around, it's not going to be through taxpayer-funded green programs. It's going to be through real free market competition. The only green jobs that count are jobs that don't waste taxpayers' green. That's common sense.